Welcome everybody. If you ever wanted to play a survival game where you take care of animals and eventually breeding them, but without all that nasty PvP and offline raiding, then I think Animallica might just be the game for you. I'm having a lot of fun with it, at least. And the background for the game is it takes place in the near future, where a series of disasters such as massive floods, air poisoning and genetic experiments that has gone wrong. All life on Earth is on the brink of a mass extinction, and most of the humanity is fortified in cities, and there are some that lives as bandits and scavengers trying to survive on their own. And our character, which is it's a female, and right now you can't change the gender or anything. There's no character customization. We were entrusted, along with a team of scientists, with the task to build and maintain a facility with the aim to gather and preserve as many species of animals and plants as possible for future repopulation. And when we start the game, we start locked down in a quarantine where we recover from a severe infection, and just hours before a band of raiders attacked and destroyed our base. So we are left alone now, and we are to rebuild our base and start collecting animals and such. But we'll jump straight into it. Alright, so we start off down in this bunker here, right? And just when you start off, the movement can be a bit wonky and such, but you get used to it quite fast. And of course, it's a small team on this game. I think there are 4 people, and but they are doing quite a lot of work and frequently updates and such, so it's quite nice to see. And I think one of the guys behind the team made Animallica mod for Skyrim, which he has been updating and maintaining over the years since he released it, and now they decided to make their own game with the same name. I haven't played the mod, but if that guy is updating and maintaining a mod for that long, it looks good for a game at least. Alright, so we got some equipment there. This is our inventory, and you can move all these windows around if you like, also the craft and trade. And you can minimize it all. There is a lot of crafting, and there is a ton of items in this game. We're gonna take all of the stuff. Now you could press C like this, which will give up your character screen. It's very basic, right? No paper doll or anything. And drag your gear over like this. Drag your gear over, or you could shift click it and it will equip it automatically. You start off with some basic tops, shorts and leather boots, and that's all fine and good. And you'll pick up a lot of different food items. I tend to stay away from the bread and fruit because I rather go for the meat and fish, which you'll get later on in the game. All the sodas and such are quite good to have, even if you're not using it as a main drink. Once you drink it, it will give you an empty can, which you can make into stuff later on. But we're gonna equip this. We'll start off with these 2 sodas. Right? And when you start out here in the bunker, there is a lot of stuff to pick up, and you should pick up basically everything. You'll have a use for all the items you find. The only thing is the food, which you can decide yourself which food items you want to collect and such. But you'll pick up some tools, beer, fridge box, more beer, and as I said, I do tend to take the cans. And this is your first, you would think it's a weapon, but it's not. It's a composite bow, and you only, yeah, it should help. You only use it to capture wild animals. You can only shoot tranquilizer arrows with it, and you get 15 to start off. So we'll put it down here, I think. And I like to keep my arrows here just to have keep track of it. If you do pick up more arrows, they will go into your inventory, but you can just shift click it and it will jump down to these you have down here. Alright, and if you die, all the items you have on your hotbar you'll keep, but everything in your inventory you'll lose. I think you do have a timer to find your body again, so you can do that if you like. I haven't died yet, so I don't know about that, but I'm sure we'll get into it eventually. Right, but and alcohol is also good to pick up. You use it for first aid kits and such. And there's a chocolate bar up there, protein bar. In here you'll find a crowbar. If you pull it out you can see it better. Crowbar, some duct tape and cloth and empty plastic bottles. These plastic bottles you can fill up with water later on, so that's fine. Just keep it, because if you drink this purified water it will turn into an empty plastic bottle, which you can refill. We do need a tiny bit of water now, so I'll just show you. If you have drinks in your inventory like this, you can use your middle mouse button or the scroll wheel. Just click on it and you'll drink it. Same with food. Right? And if you want to scroll through your action bar, you hold in the shift key and scroll up and down with the mouse wheel, and it will shift between the different slots down here. That's the only way to shift between it if you don't press the actual button for it. Right, here you have some bread. I'll pick up the ham for now, and all of these drinks. The banana can be... No, I got it either way. That's fine, you just click on it and press Q and you'll drop it, and you'll see it there.
This is a nice
first aid kit. Right, I want to equip this. You start off with this knife. I don't really use it. Right, get all of these empty vials and such. I'll empty out this bunker and I'll meet you up on the surface, which is our base. Okay, so once you've cleared out the whole bunker, just pick up anything you can and make your own decision what you want to do with all the food and such. Oh, a water filter, I forgot. Just walk towards this exit the bunker and it will have a quick load. It's hardly any load screen even. And you'll get out to this area, which is your base, which you are now alone and in charge of. And the first thing you want to do is clear up everything. This will give you some timber and debris. Will give you some metal scraps and timber, I believe. You can pick up pallets. This barn door. Extinguish that fire. Just pick up everything. Everything in here can be picked up, and you see down here the items you get out of it. Right, and that wise we need, because my goal with this first episode is to get the basic workshop up and running, the crafting stations. And before we do all that, I want to show you a little trick here. These boxes you can use to store stuff in. You just shift click it or drag it over like this, right? But if you don't like the setup of them, you can just hit them like this. And after you hit them for a little while, they will eventually break. And it will pop into your inventory like that, so you got it down here. You can then drag it down to one of your hotbars. And then this blue outline is where you'll place it. And you rotate it by using the scroll wheel on your mouse. You can place it down wherever you like. You can place it outside if you like as well. And that is quite handy. So I'll just go through and pick all of these up. That is done. Nice and tidy in here now. And you really need a system for all your items, because as I said, there is a ton of items in the game. Right. But luckily, once you get the basic workshop, which you'll find here, if we search for it, basic workshop, this one, You need 100 timber. You need one of each tool set, 1, 2, and 3. You need a vise you picked up in the barn, some metal scraps, nails, and some logs. Logs you get from trees, and eventually you can pick them up as well. There should be some items around in your base. I think there is a box here with arrows, right? Those are the damage arrows. I like to keep them down here to keep track of my arrow stock, and also to, if I die, they will be preserved. Stuff like this you can pick up, gives you hardwood. And we'll get an axe, and we'll get a weapon, and I'll show you a location for a quite nice weapon, which will help you a lot in the beginning of the game, as it does a lot more damage than what you can do with the... Well, it does 5 more damage, but it really helps out in the beginning. If you climb up this ladder, you'll find a broken down turret. Remove that, and you'll get some metal scraps. These ladders can be a bit finicky to get up on. Let's see if I can get up. Yep, you can walk across here and pick up that other one. Right, and then you just go down again. Just look down and walk towards the ladder. And we might as well go up here. Also remember to pick up all the garbage and trash you find. You can find a lot of stuff in those. Go up here, you'll find some hide and some rope. Right, and we'll head down. We're gonna go out the main gate. I like to do that right from the get-go. Find some rope. You head down to the left side here. I think I missed some hardwood up here, right? Yeah, pick that one up. Don't want to miss stuff, as you will be using it. Right, and over here you'll find a carcasses, which will give you some raw meat, animal hide, and animal fat. You can go out here. You'll find a sharp stone, some rope. Pick that one up. And then just jump into the water. Down here in the water you'll find seaweed as well. And of course, like anything else, you will be using that. But that's not the goal we have right now. Now we're gonna make our way over to this little island. Right, once we're there, we'll climb up where we can. And we'll head up this little route here. And we should find something nice. If you get stuck, just jump around a bit. Natural enrichments is decorations. You'll pick them up, and you can then place them down where you want to decorate your animal pens and such later on. You might as well pick them up when you see them. Alright, but if you head over here, there will be a airdrop supply. Open that, and voila! You'll get a nice crossbow, rarity rare. So we'll just equip everything. Get 30 more arrows. I can show you, if you shift click here, it will jump down to your stock of arrows down there, which is nice. Now let's equip this crossbow, and you also get a fire axe. Now you don't need this crowbar anymore. The fire axe you'll use for chopping down trees, and you can only chop down dead trees. Before we do anything, let's eat and drink. You got your basic meters up here, your health, stamina, food and water. We want to keep those stacked up. We'll dig into these sodas and some protein bars. Right. You can see the stamina is refilled with drinking as well. Alright, that is it. And now you got your fire axe and a nice crossbow. I'll just place it here. Right, this one. You just hold in left mouse button to shoot and right click to cancel that animation. That is all we wanted up here. Now we'll head back. And right now there isn't anything dangerous in the waters. There are some orcas, but they aren't hostile. So you don't need to worry about anything just yet. I think they will be adding more dangerous stuff later on. They do keep adding new animals. But we're gonna head back to our base again. Right, back up at the shore. And keep in mind, if you plan to do a longer adventure in the water, keep in mind that you can't eat and drink while in the water. You need to be on a surface, so you don't starve yourself or thirst yourself to death. Right, but we are heading back. I don't think there's anything more to pick up along this way. So we'll head back into base. There's a lot of stuff I want to get done in this first episode, because I find it quite helpful to get those workstations and the initial weapons and such going. I'm gonna place down a few of the boxes and just unload some of our stuff, because we're going to clear out the area. Right, so let's just place it down for now here. Probably 2. Just to be on the safe side, that we can stock it all. I won't bother with sorting my inventory right now, but I'll empty it in here. Right, everything is stocked up in these 2 boxes. I do keep some of the stuff on me. These black pearl and regular pearl and some wild seeds. I'm gonna stock storage over here, since you have a safe. And just for the sake of it, let's put our valuable stuff in here. There's some nails and bolts as well for you. Just place them in there. You use this for trading, because you can trade with NPC characters and such in the different villages. But we won't do that right now. I haven't done it yet, so that will be interesting to see. But now, first and foremost, we're gonna head up in this house over here. Right. This is your house. You can do what you want with it. Pick up any stuff that lies around. There isn't anything dangerous in here. I'll leave this clock. You can pick it up. It's a decorative item. But we're just gonna have a look in here and take whatever we need. I don't think there's too much in here. But there are one thing that I find is quite nice to get right from the beginning. Right, let's just clear out this. Alright, here it is. This is a bed. You'll need to pick it up before you can use it. And then you can place it here if you like. Down like so. But we're gonna do it down at our base, which we are heading down to now. Alright, because as you can see here, the time is 8 o'clock during the night or evening. But if you place down a bed, we can't do it in here. Alright, that is strange. We'll just place it outside. We don't mind sleeping underneath the night sky. Right, if you press F, make sure you have your food and drink stocked up, because it will take from your drink meters up there when you sleep. So now you can sleep for up till 8 hours, which will do, which advances the time, so you can see it's 5:35 in the morning. Quite nice. So get that bed, and you don't need to worry about going out during the night time. You'll just speed up the time. But we are gonna head over and get ourselves a pickaxe and get some more loot. And you get there by going this way. And while you go this way, there's some stuff to pick up along the way, of course. Just keep an eye out on the ground. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff here and there, but that's fine. You'll get it eventually. Let's see, we are heading this way. Don't disorient yourself, Subudai. There's a stone, pick that one up. Right here you'll have a rusty sword. You want that because we're using that later on for a recipe. And then just head over to, well, I can show you. You can see the sun is coming up here. Quite nice. It is a good looking game, and it's quite impressive how much there is to do and how far they have gotten, even though it's early access and early alpha. There is a lot of stuff to be done. Right, we're gonna need to refill our drinks and such soon. To your right here, when you get down, there will be some leather straps. Right there, that's a little box. And now and again you'll find box of arrows and such, which is very useful. So keep a track of that. Right, you'll face 2 bad guys in this area here, so we'll be a bit careful. It's ninjas for now, but I think they're placeholder mobs because you have an Asian. There are different biomes in this game, and you have an Asian-themed biome where I think those ninjas are supposed to be, and they are. There are plenty of them in that biome. But if you sneak up here with the sun in your eye, you can see that guy. Oh, no, that's a plant, Subudai. There's a guy behind the plant. Right, there are 2 guys. Now and again they are outside and one is inside, and now and again one of them are upstairs. But remember to eat and drink. You don't want to battle your basic needs while battling mobs, and equip your crossbow. Pick up whatever you see. And don't shoot at the enemies unless your crosshairs are red, because it's just a waste of arrows. And the easiest way to shoot is to just keep clicking on your left mouse button. Right, that guy is quite easy. He'll drop some loot for you. Raider axe, so we'll equip that instead of the fire axe. It's the same damage and everything, I just like the Raider axe better. Right, got some gold coins and such. But there is another guy in here, and we shall find him before he finds us. He's most likely upstairs. But there you go, there you have a pickaxe right in the head of that dead thing. Pick up this. Yeah, it's still beyond your power. Pick up that strange box, it's valuable for merchants. I don't know if it's any use yet. There he is. Right, just shoot him. And it should be quite easy with this crossbow. And if you're quick, you can pick up arrows before the body despawns. Right, pick up all of this. And just go through the house. I won't show you all the loot and such in here. Just pick up whatever you see and you like. Pick up that thing there. And there is one invisible thing as well, which is a toolset 1. Pick up that, don't forget it. Right, and then just go through the room. There isn't any more bad guys in here now, so just clear it out. Things such as this hammer is used in certain buildings when you craft them, so you don't want to miss those. And keep an eye on the walls as well. There is an axe on one of the walls in this house, so you pick that one up if you want it. And when you're done, just leave and we'll head out and clear some of the stuff outside. And by this fountain here, if you go over here, you have a water pump, which you can fill up your empty bottles. Just click max. You'll have to stay in place while this refills, but it goes quite fast. And then you have a lot of water, so you won't run out of that. Right, that is all done. Just click cancel. Close down that window. And just scavenge the area. There are stuff to be found. There's a horse over there if you like. There is apparently animal that has been killed here. Alright, just pick it up if you see it. And any plants and such, you'll use it to craft cures and tranquilizers and stuff. You should be able to pick this one up as well. I think. Do we need to axe it? Yeah, you need to use your axe on that. So you'll have some cannabis here, and that I think is for the tranquilizer potion. Right, pick it all up. You will get a lot of plants and such, and if you run out of room, just don't bother with it. You'll get more eventually. You can take this horse if you like. They are a bit finicky to ride. I'm gonna bring this back to the base, but first I'm gonna clear out the area. Just place the horse here because this is where we'll leave. Right, and then just go back and find all the stuff you want. And on the back of the house here, you'll find some clay, which you'll use your pickaxe on. And in this game, you use the axe for wood and you use the pickaxe for stone and such. It's not that you get any specific items using an axe or by hitting the stones and such, like in other survival games. Pickaxe for stone and axe for wood. And you're only allowed to cut down dead trees in this game, because you want to preserve the planet. So any tree without leaves and such is a dead tree. You'll just chop it down and get some logs. And if you see a barricaded door like this, you can use your axe and chop it down, which will give you entrance to the house first and foremost, but it will also give you some timber, as you can see down on the right. But that is quite useful to get, as you want timber. Later on you'll want a lot of items, or a lot of each items to craft the different stuff. Right, but we'll head around here again. And you'll find a sick dog here, and if you look here, this is part of the infection, the experiments that gone wrong, has mutated, but you can pick up this sick dog and help it. Yeah, it's very terrible, but it is how it is, and we are gonna rescue it. You don't need to do it right away. Down by the boat here, you'll find some dried fish, and fish and meat will be my primary source of food, as you'll find quite a lot of fish around there. And stuff like this boat, you can, if you look on the minimap up to the left here, that yellow or orange dot shows where this is. So you can always head towards that if you're lost, and you'll get to this. And this is where you travel to the different biomes. Press E, and you can see all of these biomes. And everyone is huge. And they are bringing around 30 biomes in total, I think, or 40. It's quite a lot. Right, but we're not gonna travel there now. We're gonna head back to our base with our horse and our loot. And I think we have the stuff for the basic workshop now. And if you collected all the stuff as I did in this video, you should have enough materials for the basic, let's see, basic workshop, I believe it's called. We'll have a look. Yeah, so you craft that. You need 100 timber, one of each tool set. The wires you found in the barn, some metal scraps, nails, and 3 logs. So we'll craft that one up. And in this game, the crafting stations aren't some small stuff. They are quite large, and you'll see that right now. So this is our basic workshop. It's quite easy to place them down. You can see when it goes into the rock behind there. I think I'm gonna have it just there. Right, and that's your basic workshop, and that opens up even a whole lot more crafting stuff. You can see it just goes on and on. But this is why I wanted to rush it, because now you can get these special storage boxes, which makes it a lot easier to organize your stuff. We can do this metals first and foremost, just to show it off. We'll craft that one. And we'll go into our barn here. Let's see. And we'll place it down here. Like such. You can place whatever you like in it, but this one gives you a visual on what you're storing here. So we're storing metal in here. If we have any metal on us, we have some metal shards, we can put that in, right? Steel ingots and such for now. These coins are used for trading, so we'll put that in our vault. I won't bore you with organizing my my inventory. I'm just showing you, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build these special storage boxes, and they are a lot bigger. There are 49 slots, right? But before we end this episode, and please do let me know down in the comments if you think I'm rushing too much. It's only this first episode because I like to get those things done, as it gives you a good start in the game. See if we can craft a fireplace thingy to cook some food. Find it here. We do want to build this one as well. I don't think we have the animal bone for it, so we might do that later on. You need some sticks, and we have matches. We have 4 sticks. I think we have some more than. If you build this campfire, this is for cooking food. That other campfire here is for making teas and boiling eggs so far. So you don't want to build the wrong one. I'll see if I can find some sticks. No, I didn't have enough sticks, but we are gonna. I'm gonna show you one last thing in this episode, and I can run down. We don't need to take the horse. we'll just run. And you have some greenhouses here with a lot of stuff around it and inside it and such. You can pick it all up if you like. But I won't do all that right now. If I see some sticks, I will pick them up once we run down here. There should be some somewhere on the ground. Get some rope right there. Do let me know about the length of the episode as well. I think this first one will be a bit longer than the rest of them. Mostly to get you started, right? But if you go into this first enclosure, and this is an enclosure where you can keep animals. You have one over there, and you have several in the area. We'll have a look at them. But you can pick up all of these dead deers, which is very terrible indeed. Get any materials and resources you want from in here. I'll equip my axe just to have it ready. And all of these stairs you'll find in here will give you meat, as you can see down in the right corner. And there are some stuff you can pick up, such as these water trough and feeding trough, if you like. And cut down any dead trees. I might actually leave that as decoration. I think they do respawn, but I'm gonna leave it just in case. But you should have a lot of raw meat now, which you can cook up. I'm just gonna find some sticks and we'll make that campfire. On my quest to find sticks, I'm out here on this little island. I'll show you soon, but we'll take this out. This is a spawn point for bad guys, which is, I think this was gore hounds. And if you don't take this one out, he will spawn again. But if you have that crossbow, it shouldn't be an issue. You'll get some DNA and such from it. And I took that one out to keep track if they respawn, because I actually don't know if the spawn points respawn. But I'm gonna see if I find some sticks, man. Alright, nice. If you pick the elderberries you have in the greenhouses, that actually gives you sticks. So now I have quite a lot of sticks. So we'll head back to base and craft that campfire. Alright, man, I've been looking for sticks. I didn't know you got it from the elderberry bushes, but now I know, and hopefully you know as well. So we'll craft that one. We got it down here. Well, let's place it down and cook some food. Should light up for you. Right, and then you just select your item and click max. We have 35 raw meat. And then you just let it cook and you have some good food. You also got some fish, which we picked up by that boat. Alright, but that will do it for this episode. This one, as I said, will be a bit longer, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have any tips and tricks and such, please do let me know down in the comments. I don't know nearly everything of this game. There is a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to find and such. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and I do hope I see you in the next one. Take care.